be live. So we're going live on Instagram, we are live on YouTube, and we are now live on Facebook. Okay, so hope you guys are doing well. I hope your Sunday is going well. For me here, I'm working away as usual, but getting a few things done. So I want to talk to you guys about bettering your personal best and just reaching your full potential in different areas of your life. Um, I've been doing a lot of these challenges lately, okay, and I want to talk to you about that. When I say challenges, I've been doing these public accountability challenges, and let's move that. And so what I do is I announce publicly on social media, on my Facebook, my Instagram, to my email list, and I say, okay, here's what I'm going to do in the next 10 days, and here are the consequences, and here's how I'm going to post proof and help keep me accountable. Now, the reason why I do this is because when you announce these goals publicly and you know you have an audience watching, it increases the likelihood that you will actually take the action steps dramatically. And it works every single time. Well, almost every single time. I've now been doing these since 2014. So to give you an example, the one I'm doing right now, I started doing it 9 days ago. Okay, today is day 9, tomorrow is day 10, the final day, and then it's all over. So I pick just a few goals, which might be maybe 3 or 4 goals, which are going to stretch me, but they're going to push me to perform better. Okay, and I'm sharing what I do, and then I'm going to share how you can use this yourself, and you can use it to improve any aspect of your life, and it works. It works every single time. So right now, the areas that I'm trying to work on for these 10 days is wake up times. I often wake up way too late, and it's a big drain on productivity. If you're getting up, say, past 8 a.m., and by the time you run your errands, you have breakfast, you go and walk the dogs, and you do all that stuff, and then you sit down at your desk to work, if you know that the rest of the world has been working for hours, you don't feel good. You don't feel like you've got a head start. But if you get up early, even if you're not a morning person, and you're able to get to work and start being productive early on, it just feels good. You feel like you've got a head start on everyone else, right? So one of my goals is to start getting up earlier. So for this 10-day challenge, I said, okay, I'm going to wake up every day 6 a.m. and I'm going to post proof on Instagram. That's why if you follow me on Instagram, you're probably wondering, why do I keep talking about or taking screenshots at the time that I wake up? That's why, okay, because it's part of the challenge. So the other things I've got to do, I've got to write a blog post every single day, which then becomes a video script because I have my video guy come here once a week, and we've got 2 days to film the entire week's worth of YouTube episodes. And as always, I tend to procrastinate. So I don't get my scripts done. I don't develop my ideas. So when he's here, I'm very disorganized. So I said, as part of this challenge, I'm going to write a blog post every day, which I can turn into a script. And, this way it forces me to get organized and be productive. Okay. Now, again, I'm going to relate this back to you in just a moment. So just stay with me. Now, the other area that I'm working on is health and fit. So I said, okay, I'm going to go to the gym. I normally go to the gym most days, but I'm not going to miss a single day. And when I go to the gym, my goal is to do 8 rounds on the boxing bag, 3 minutes each. And it's fairly intense. I struggle with it quite a bit. By the end of it, I'm exhausted. So normally I don't do that every single day. I might be on the boxing bag on one day, then the next day I might go for a run, and then I miss the odd day. But I said, no, for these 10 days, I'm going to be very consistent. I'm going to go every single day, and I'm going to document it. I'm going to take a short little video, speed it up, post it in my Facebook group so people can see that I'm following through. And I said, look, if anyone catches me not doing these things, you call me out in my Facebook group, and I will PayPal you $250. Okay, so that's my consequence. So now I've got the public audience, I've got the consequence, I've stated publicly what I intend to do. And within all of us, if you state that you want to do something and you tell other people, it is scientifically proven, they've done countless experiments on this, that when you say something out loud that you're going to do, your behaviors tend to be consistent with that declaration. So if you say you're going to do something and you know that other people heard you, you're far more likely to follow through. So what this is all about doing is this is about making it easier for you to take the action steps that lead to change and being less dependent on your own discipline and willpower, which tends to fluctuate, okay? Which we're not always the best coach for ourselves. We're not always the best accountability partner for ourselves. So what I'm doing here with these 10-day challenges is I'm putting myself in this environment where it's difficult, it's uncomfortable to not follow through with the action steps. Now, that is exactly what this is about. Okay, this is a 10-day system, you might call it. It is a 10-day system that you can go through and you can pick whatever your goals are, whatever those stretch targets are, things that you have always wanted to do, but sometimes you just lack the willpower and follow through to do them. But you go through this, and each day there's a lesson focused on action. Each day you're going to touch base with your personal success mentor. Okay, that's someone on my team. So they're going to call you or you're going to call them, a short 5-minute call, touch base, let them know how you're going. Did you complete the action steps for the day? And then each day you're going to be posting in our accountability group. We have this group on Facebook where people will post their goals for their 10-day challenge, and then they'll actually post their action steps, proof of their action steps. So when you do all of this and you follow this system, which I've come up with, you'll shock yourself. You'll shock yourself because you'll be able to do things that you've never been able to do in your life before. I'll give you an example. I have always been a late riser. I've never been someone who could get up early. And I, from like a young age, as a kid, I would always stay up late watching movies, and I would always sleep in late. That's how I was all the time. So not that long ago, I did one of these challenges where I said, okay, I'm going to get up at 5:30 a.m. every morning for 10 days in a row. Now, some of you are probably thinking, no big deal, right? You get up that time every day. But for me, it was a big deal. And I was very surprised that for the very first time in my life, over 32 years, for the very first time in my life, this is what I needed to do to get myself to take the necessary actions to follow through. If I wasn't doing one of these challenges, I wouldn't have done it. Okay, that alarm would have gone off at 5:30 in the morning, and I would have just hit snooze like I normally do, right? And I would have just gone back to sleep. So when you put yourself through one of these challenges, although it can be uncomfortable, although it can be a little bit stressful, it's so worth it. It's so worth it because you prove to yourself that you can do it, and you do it for 10 days, which is long enough to start to form a habit. So if you decide to keep on going along with it, for day 11, day 12, and so on, it's far easier to do that than to try and do it from scratch. So right now I'm on day 9 of my current 10-day challenge, and I've got to tell you, I am exhausted. Maybe you can tell I'm pretty tired right now, and I'm looking forward to being done with it. I've got one more day left. But I'm so glad I did it because it's forced me to just, my production has gone up a lot. I've got so much more done in these past 9 days than I normally do. It's astounding. And so what I try and do is I try and do at least 1 to 2 of these per month. That's my goal. 1 to 2 of these 10-day challenges per month. And it's a way of just not settling into your comfort zones because all of us, we get settled into our routines, our comfort zones, and we start to just drift through life. And so you've constantly got to be challenging yourself and getting out of those comfort zones if you want to break through new barriers and keep on growing and doing better in those different areas of your life. Okay, so this goes for several key areas. Number 1, you can do this in your career. Okay, if you want to get ahead in your career, there's a new skill that you want to learn, you want to get promoted in your job, whatever that goal is for your career. You want to increase your rate of production, whatever it is for you. You can do these 10-day challenges around your career. You can do it around your health and fitness. Okay, you could do 10 days without any sugar. You could do 10 days of just working out at the gym every single day and not missing a single day. You pick the goal. Okay, it's got to be something that's really important to you, and it's all about the result. It's not about like showing off to people and saying, "Oh, look at me! Look at how much I'm getting done," or how early I'm getting up, or look how great this is. It's about picking goals that are really meaningful for you, things that you desire to have or to achieve, but you haven't been able to achieve them up until this point in your life. You've been thinking about them for years, yet you don't take the necessary action steps. And often, all you need is that extra accountability, that extra little bit of accountability and the right environment, which is exactly what this is. And by the way, the link, if you want to write this down, it's strivecourses.com/challenge. Okay, strivecourses.com/challenge. It's 100% free. The whole 10-day process, it is free. Okay, so strivecourses.com/challenge. But by going through this, you'll find that you'll be able to do things which for years you've never been able to do. So it's really, really effective. Okay. So that is the Strive Challenge. That's what I'm doing, and that's what I'm helping other people do. If you want to take part in it, check it out, strivecourses.com/challenge. The people that you're going to be working with, I've got a very small team of people that I know and I've worked with in the past. I know they're good people. They're very good at holding you accountable and helping you create lasting change. They're going to be calling you, and you're going to be calling them every single day during these 10 days. Now, their job is to help keep you accountable. So if you're slacking off or you're getting off track and they have to bring you back on track, they will do that. But by the time you reach the 10th day and you've done this challenge, you will thank them, okay? Because they will have allowed you to see that you really can do it. You build that belief and you start to build the habit, okay? So that is that. Now, all of this, guys, all of this flows into joining Strive, and you've heard me talk about Strive now for the last month or 2 months. So we just launched recently, and Strive is a platform that has training that's going to help you improve in all of these key areas in your life: your career, your life skills, and also health and fitness. And so right now we're in the process of creating a whole bunch of different training programs. We are now up to we got 5 so far. Not all of them have been edited, but that's what we're working on right now. But we've actually recorded 5 new training programs, and again, they all fall under these 3 areas. You've got career, life skills, and health and fitness. Okay, wellness. The very first one that we've developed is a career skill. It's about teaching you how to edit videos professionally. Okay, how to edit your own videos using Adobe Premiere Pro. Now, these are the kind of skills that during even a pandemic right now, they're still very much in demand. There's a lot of video editors out there who still have a job because this is something that you can do from home, you can do from anywhere. And as long as you have Adobe Premiere Pro and you've got the training, you've practiced, you can edit videos for people. Okay, you can do it for the company you work for. You could even do it for yourself. We have a course coming soon on website design. So you'll actually learn how to develop websites, aesthetically beautiful websites that look extremely professional. This is not a course on sales funnels or increasing conversions or anything like that. It's not a marketing course. This is a course on creating professional looking designed websites. Okay, that's what it's about. We have another one coming soon about health and fitness, fit and tone. So this is about getting in the best shape of your life through body weight exercises without having expensive gym equipment or even having to go to the gym. We have another course that we're working on developing right now, which is called Biohacking Secrets Revealed. So biohacking is an enormous field, and it's a field that's rapidly developing. They're discovering all kinds of different supplements and different foods that you can eat that really lift your performance in life, your concentration, your ability to focus. So this is a training product teaching you about how to optimize your body's performance. We have a course called Master Public Speaking. This was actually one of the first courses that we filmed. So about 4 weeks ago, we had the trainer teaching this course. He was standing right here. I'm in the seminar training room here in Costa Rica. And we recorded 30 modules from this guy. And he's been doing this now for several decades. He's been traveling around the world, speaks on stages, speaks to large groups of people. And learning this skill from someone who's a seasoned pro at it, this will really help you in your life. It'll really help you in your career because learning how to influence people, how to persuade people, it's one of those skills that will really just help you in all areas of your life. So this is a great course. It's 30 modules like all of them. Each lesson is short, 5 to 15 minutes, and it will walk you through exactly what you need to do. Okay, Become Unstoppable. This is a course about overcoming adversity and challenges in your life. And not just overcoming them, but then how do you go on to rebuild and still thrive? So this is something that we all face. We all have these challenges in our life. You're right now going through different challenges. Maybe you're going through one of the most difficult times in your life. Maybe you're not. One thing that we know for sure is that sometimes challenges come along that you just don't see coming, and they can really mess things up for you. But being able to bounce back, being able to overcome the challenge, respond to adversity, not let it completely bring you down and stop you dead in your tracks, that's the ultimate skill. Okay, because when you get knocked down, if you can get back up and just continue to just move forwards relentlessly, that to me, I mean, that's the most valuable skill to have. So that's exactly what this training product is about. This is a personal development product about getting through really difficult times in your life. And it doesn't matter what it is. It could be a divorce. It could be the loss of a loved one. It could be losing a really important job. It could be any one of those challenges or more. But learning how to respond to it and how to modify your self-talk so it doesn't bring you down completely. It's a really useful skill to have. So there's a lot of different training products on this platform. Now, the good thing is when you join Strive, you're going to have access to all of these courses. And my promise to you is that we're never going to stop creating these courses. Every single month, we're going to create more. Currently, we're filming on average 1 per week. We actually film 2 this prior week. We film 1 on Wednesday, we film 1 on Thursday, and I would love to do more than 1 per week. So that's what we're working on right now. But these courses, they're all going to be 30 modules, and they're all short, straight to the point. Each video lesson goes for about 5 to 15 minutes just to give you the information that you need to go and apply and take action. They're not these overly long-winded courses that last for 10 hours and are just full of fluff. No, these are straight to the point, giving you the info you need, and then you go and apply it. Okay, so we're going to be adding a lot more. Now, the other thing is when you become a member of Stride, you're going to get access to all these courses, all the ones that get added. But on top of that, you also will be getting what are known as seminar vacation points. These are kind of like credits to take holidays and live seminars at the same time. So I'm calling these seminar vacations. And here's how they work. Every single one of them, they're 7 days, 6 nights long. For 2021, all of them are going to be held in Costa Rica. Okay, they're all in Costa Rica next year. The year after that, they're going to be in additional countries as well. We've got 5 additional countries lined up. But as a member of Strive, you're going to be getting these points. So if you're a monthly member, that means you're paying the monthly fee every single month. You get 1 point per month. Okay, think of them as credits, points. So you get 1 per month. Now, if you're an annual member, you're going to get 12 up front. And you need 6. You need 6 to attend a seminar vacation. Okay, so once you have 6 of these points, then you can go to a seminar vacation. And they're all about different topics. So they're half live training seminar. The other half is vacation experience. Fun, activities for you and a guest, everything included. Food, drinks, entertainment, activities, everything. Okay, so the very first one that we have is January 19th, 2021. And this particular seminar vacation, like all of them, it's 7 days, 6 nights. This is about creator skills. So when I say creators, I'm talking about video editors, graphic design, that kind of thing. So you're going to arrive in Costa Rica. We'll pick you up from the airport. We bring you to the resort. and there's you and all the other guests that come to this seminar vacation. On average, I would say each one will be about 20 to 40 or 50 people. Okay, so it's going to be a smaller group, and we do that deliberately. We want it to be a smaller group so you get more one-on-one time with the trainers. Okay, so this one, you're going to be learning about Adobe Premiere Pro, which is a video editing software. And you're going to be learning how to use it. And it's a really useful career skill to have. Now, in February, so these are some of the options that I'm showing you right now. You don't come to them all. You get to pick and choose which one you like the sound of, and you and your guest will come to one of these. Okay, but you get to pick and choose. The one that we have in February is internationalization. Now, why is this important? In a few hours from now, I'm going to publish today's YouTube episode. And the topic is all about these cell phone tracking apps that they're now rolling out to combat the spread of COVID-19. And they've done this in Australia, they've done this in Singapore, but they're doing it now with increasingly, an amount of pressure to try and get their citizens, these different countries, to download these tracking apps, which essentially are, I think of them as surveillance tracking apps. They track where you are, who you saw, okay, so you in relation to everyone else, how far away they were, what time did you see them, where were you? And the one in Singapore, for example, retains this information for 21 days. So if you want to learn more about that and my fears around that, why I'm a little bit concerned about it, watch today's YouTube episode. But internationalization, it's all related because, we're living in very unstable times right now. And having your entire life, your family members' lives dependent on one country, one governing system, it's risky. There's inherent dangers in that. So internationalization is all about giving yourself and your family multiple options. And the trainer that I have coming to teach this, he's incredible. He's been doing this now for well over a decade. He lives this lifestyle. He lives in Panama. He's diversified his whole life globally. He's done this for a very long time. Really knows his stuff. And so he's going to be the keynote speaker. He's going to be doing a 90-minute keynote every single day of this seminar vacation. So those are the kind of people that you can be learning from. Now, in March, the following month, so if none of those two are kind of up your alley, maybe this one will be. This one's all about fitness. So if you want to get fit, if you want to see results within 7 days, then you want to come to this seminar vacation. This is going to be more of a boot camp. This will be you and your guest. There will be a lot of training here in the seminar room, but mostly there's going to be a lot of group exercises, group workouts. And the goal is that when you arrive, all your main stats are taken. So weight, body fat percentage, all of that. And then you're going to pick what your targets are for 7 days. And we're going to be very disciplined over those 7 days with the food. The food's going to be amazing, but it's going to be very healthy. The workouts are going to be intense. And so there's going to be these group training sessions. Now, we're going to have several personal trainers. The group will be broken up depending on your fitness level. So if you are in your 50s or your 60s or your 20s, it really doesn't matter. And you're completely out of shape, no problem. Okay, this will be a very inclusive environment for everyone. It doesn't matter what your current fitness level is. All that matters is you show up ready to work. Okay, so this will be 7 days, 6 nights. I don't want to scare you off and tell you that it's just going to be like like buds in the US that they have for the SEALs. It's not going to be that intense. It will be fun, but it's designed to get results. Okay, so that is the fitness, health, biohacking. We then have the live event version of the Become Unstoppable training program. So the speakers that I have coming to this, these are people who've been through extreme adversity, really difficult times in their life. And, when I say extreme adversity, I'm talking about, I'll give you an example, right? So there's this lady in Australia who was a long distance runner. And many years ago, she's competing in this long distance run, and it's going through the bush of, I think in New South Wales somewhere. And there were these really bad bushfires that day. And they were spreading very fast. And so she's running this long cross country kind of race. And she ended up getting caught in the bushfire. And she was literally burned alive. Okay, and they found her, and she was barely still breathing. But she ended up spending 2 years in hospital. Her skin was essentially burned off. She was left burns over 90% of her body, all over her face. She lost some of her fingers and was completely disfigured by it. And again, she was in hospital for 2 years. Okay, and her name is Tyria Pitt. And you might have heard of her. You see her quite a bit on Instagram these days. But that is a tremendous setback. That's a really difficult challenge. Imagine that. Imagine being disfigured and being in hospital for 2 years of your life. Now, some people would have responded to that challenge by just giving up and saying that's it and not wanting to go out in public ever again. That's how some people would respond to it. The way that she responded to it is she remained optimistic about a future, and she actually used it. She turned it around and became an inspirational, motivational speaker. And now gets flown around the world, speaking on stages, telling her story about how she got through those 2 years of really troubling times. So what I'm really fascinated in is when people face challenges like that, like life-altering challenges, really difficult times, why is it that some people will collapse and give up and never recover? But other people, they can pick themselves up and they can still go on and thrive. Another good example of that is Steve Jobs. And maybe it's not as dramatic as that last example I just gave you, but Steve Jobs, you've all heard this story before. He was kicked out of Apple. So the company he started hires the CEO, the former CEO of Pepsi, and they decide Steve Jobs has got to go. So they vote him out, they get rid of him, and now he's lost the company he started. He's kind of disgraced, embarrassed by it. And so that's a pretty big challenge. If you start a company from nothing and then you spend over a decade of your life building it to this gigantic success, and one day it's no longer there for you, that's a really difficult thing to go through. So what does Steve Jobs do? Rather than give up, he goes and starts other companies, and he starts a company called Next, which ends up, I believe, actually getting acquired by Apple. And he starts Pixar as well, which I think got bought by Disney. But my point is, he didn't just give up when he got kicked out of Apple. He built everything back up, and he ended up coming back to Apple now with a lot more life experience under his belt, and ends up taking Apple to a whole new other level. So that's an example of the kind of speakers that I'm looking for this seminar vacation. 7 days, 6 nights. There's going to be different speakers each day. And these are people who've been through some really difficult times. Now, if you had asked me prior to 2018, if I had been through difficult times, I would have said, sure, yeah, I've been through some difficult times. I've had some things go wrong. I've had, for example, 1.7 million US dollars cash stolen out of a merchant account. I've had things like that happen. So I thought I'd been through challenges. And then in mid 2018, I learned what a real challenge was. And from that moment on, every other challenge in my life that I thought was a challenge, I realized was completely petty and completely insignificant. In 2018, I really learned what a challenge was. And I think a lot of you probably know what I'm talking about right now. It's no secret. But when I was going through that, which lasted a good 2 years, 2 years where it's all you're thinking about every hour of every day, it was like a life-shattering kind of challenge. And to get through that and not completely give up on life and everything, it required some very, very specific things. Number one, my self-talk, my internal dialogue. I had to get very strict with it. I had to be very careful what I was allowing into my head, because it was very easy to go on a downward spiral and just resort to other things and let things get really out of hand. So I had to be very careful with that. I had to be very careful with my routines around fitness and health and looking after myself to navigate my way through this really difficult time. But I also had to really just alter my thinking so that uh, I knew it wouldn't last forever, but at some point I would have to begin to rebuild, which I'm essentially doing right now. So I'm going to be talking about a lot of these things in more detail than I've ever spoken about publicly at this particular seminar vacation. I'm going to tell you in a lot of detail, but I'm going to focus on the part around how did I get through the challenge, what was happening on a daily basis, but how did I get through it? How did I recover from it and start to rebuild? Because if you can learn these lessons, if you can take some of this and apply it to your own life, when you do have those epic challenges, which believe me, they're coming at some point, it's going to be a really difficult challenge around the corner. You've got to be able to respond to it without it just knocking you down permanently. Okay, so out of all of these seminar vacations, I think this one here, this is probably the one that I'm most passionate about sharing with you because I think it will really help you. This will not be just a generic motivational fluff, one of these events where you get up on your chair and you're shouting and repeating affirmations. It's not going to be like that. This will be practical training from people who have genuinely been through some really difficult challenges and they've got great advice for how you can get through your challenges, including future ones that you don't see coming. So, the next seminar vacation is about meditation. If you've ever wanted to learn how to meditate, what better place to do it than on a beach in Costa Rica? So, this would be 7 days, 6 nights, like all of them. And you're going to be learning from people who've been meditating for a long time. Certainly not me. I go and find the very best trainers I can possibly get to come and teach these events. And I'm actually lining up all of that now. I plan to meet the guy who's going to be doing this, who I hope will be doing this weekend. This week. He's going to be coming here to film a course. Okay, so there's several of them. There's even one on learning Spanish. If you've ever wanted to learn Spanish, now some of these are going to be for you. You're going to be seeing these and thinking that looks good. You can see yourself coming in 2021. But other ones are not going to be so much for you. But the great thing is you get to bring a guest. So it could be your wife, your husband, your girlfriend, your boyfriend. It could be one of your kids. It could be a friend. It could be anyone. But they're all inclusive for you and a guest. And you get to bring your guest. And so what you can do is you can go to one for you this time. And then maybe in 6 months from now, you can go to another one for someone else, okay, for your partner. Now, guys, if you are leaving comments on Instagram, I'm sorry I can't see them from here, but if you want to ask me any questions, you can also send me a message, but I'll try and get to them at the very end. I can see comments, but I can't see them from this far away. But I'll get to them at the very end. Now, the schedule. So, yeah, you probably can't see this, but if you do want to see it up close, go to strivecourses.com/schedule. Okay, strivecourses.com/schedule. And you can see all the different seminar vacations. So, for example, the very first one is January 19th of next year. And some of them actually repeat. So if you miss going to it in January, you can go to it later in the year. The good thing is when you're a member of Strive, you're going to have these seminar vacation points, and they're kind of like credits that you keep in your account. You don't have to pick and choose which seminar vacation you go to when you enroll in Strive. You get the points. So as long as you have those points, all you have to do is register at least 60 days prior to the seminar vacation. So for example, let's say you become an annual member today. You're interested, and you say, okay, I want to do it. And you fill out the form that I'm going to tell you about towards the end. I then give you a call. Okay, so you and I were talking about 15 minutes from now. And you say to me, Matt, I want to become an annual member of Strive. I want to be there in Costa Rica in 2021. So you're going to get the points straight away. Okay, You don't need to know which one of these you're going to straight away. As long as you have the points, that's enough. And then at least 60 days prior, you log into your back office where all your Strive courses are, and that's where you register. Okay, and the moment you register, we reserve the room for you. Now there's 23 rooms here. Most people will be coming with a guest. Some people will come alone. That's fine as well. If you don't want to bring a guest, you don't have to bring a guest. I personally, I prefer to travel alone when I travel. So it's up to you. But as long as you register at least 60 days prior to the seminar vacation, then that's it. Your spot's reserved, you show up, and there you go. Okay, you get the seminar vacation. Now, by the way, here's what it looks like. So after you've registered, you've got your flights. And by the way, flights are starting to come back right now. We've got flights coming in from the US, parts of the US, from Madrid, from Europe. Flights are starting to slowly open up. Okay, so you're going to arrive in San Jose, which is the capital of Costa Rica. You walk out the airport gates, and there we will be. We'll be holding up a big sign with your name on it, your guest name on it. You then have a 90-minute scenic drive to the resort. Okay, so we'll bring you right here. I'll be here. All the other guests will be here. We all meet in the outdoor restaurant overlooking the Pacific Ocean. We have the welcome dinner, the welcome celebration. And the very next day, we're up fairly early. Breakfast at 7 a.m. We're going to be right here in this training room that I'm sitting in right now at 8:30 a.m. in the morning. So this is a seminar vacation. It is half training seminar where you learn these really useful skills, and then it's half fun activities, going out and exploring Costa Rica as a group, and it's all arranged. And I take you to all the best places because I know where they are. I live here, so I know where they are. But in the mornings, that's the seminar learning part. So we're going to work pretty hard. It's going to be 5 hours of training with breaks, but we start at 8:30 a.m. We go through to 1:30 p.m. Okay, we then have lunch. Straight after lunch on day one, or day two, I should say, this is where we're going to take you to an incredible waterfall here in Costa Rica. They have some of the best waterfalls in the world because it does rain and there's a lot of mountains. Okay, so you'll get to see that. Straight after that, we then go zip lining in the jungle. Zip lining is when you're going from like treetop to treetop on this steel cable, and it's safe, but it really gets the adrenaline going, and there's no better way to see the jungles of Costa Rica than zip lining. So you and your guest get to come on this. The whole group will be there. And you're not having to pay extra for each one of these activities. It is all inclusive. Your food, your drinks, your activities, the accommodation, everything is included with your Strive membership. That's what makes this very different to any other system. Okay, because you're getting these credits to come to these live training events. Okay, that night we come back, we have Costa Rican traditional food for dinner. Every meal is going to be different, by the way. We have chefs that will make different meals every day. So one day it's going to be Mexican, the next day Costa Rican, and we'll keep it varied so that you never get sick of the same food. It's always new flavors from around the world. Now, day three, we're up at 6 a.m. It's an early start on the beach. Surf lessons. You and a guest will be standing up surfing on the beach in front of the resort within 90 minutes. Okay, that's at least that's our goal. And the trainers who will be teaching you, they're professional surfers. They've been doing this for a long time. And I don't care what your age is or what shape you're in. I want everyone to participate in this because it's a lot of fun, and you might surprise yourself. I tried this out about 2 months ago. I don't know how to surf, but they got me standing up on the surfboard. So it's good fun. So that starts at 6 a.m. Straight after that, we're to breakfast. Back here in the training room at 8:30 in the morning, we've got another 5 hours of intense training. We then go to lunch. Straight after lunch, we get on the ATV four-wheeler motorbikes that you see right here, and we're going to be going up through the jungles and up and down the beach, and just bring a spare pair of old clothing that you don't mind getting a little bit muddy because it can be pretty dirty, but it's a great fun activity. Okay. Now, after that, we have a pool party. That night, it's Mexican-style dinner, optional karaoke that night if you want to participate in that. I'll be watching, but if you want to participate, go for it. And then the very next day, we have yoga in the morning, 6 a.m., yoga on the beach. Again, you, your guest, if you want to bring additional guests, such as your whole family, you got kids you want to bring, you're welcome to. You can do that. Some people will do that. So your ticket is all inclusive for you and one guest. If you want to bring extra guests, it's a small additional extra. It's not much. It's to cover the activities and food, but it's not expensive at all. So if you do want to bring some extra people, your family, for example, you can, and I encourage that. Now, after breakfast, we're back in the training room. The training will be amazing, by the way. It's a very comfortable room we're in right now. Air conditioned, of course. The snacks, the coffee. Of course, we'll have great coffee, and the speakers will be engaging. I'm being very selective about the speakers we get. We want people who are going to teach you. They're amazing at teaching, but they're also very engaging. So the sessions will be incredible. Now, after lunch on this day, we're going to take you to some farms where they farm the chocolate plant, cacao, and coffee. Okay, so you'll get to taste coffee and chocolate straight from the farm, the best in the world. They have some of the best in the world right here in Costa Rica. Some of the best coffee comes from this country. So that's what we do. That night we have a seafood dinner, and then we're going to take you to a nearby tourist surf town full of bars and restaurants. It's about 25 minutes away. And we go bar hopping, okay, as a group. So it should be a late night. Now, the very next day, after our training, we're going to take you whitewater rafting, you and your guest. Now, I want to stress, all of this is included. It's all planned out. All you have to do is sit back and enjoy it. You don't have to plan all the logistics. You don't have to be paying extra for each activity. You get all of this with your membership in Stride. That is what makes it different from any other online platform where you're getting training products. No other online training platform gives you this. Okay, so that's the big advantage in being a member of Stride. Now, on the final day, we're going to take you to one of the most famous national parks in the world. Costa Rica has more biodiversity than any other country on the planet. 6% of the world's animals and plants are in this country. And one of the most famous national parks, it's about 45 minutes away from this resort. So we're going to drive you there. We spend the afternoon there, and then we get on a big catamaran boat and we go on a sunset cruise. Okay, we then come back to the resort, have our farewell dinner, farewell party, celebration, and the very next day you sleep in, relax, take it easy, and we'll drive you back to the airport, and then you'll fly home. So that is what a typical seminar vacation looks like. They are all inclusive for you and a guest. And you'll have that to look forward to in 2021. And in fact, if you become an annual member of Strive, if you become an annual member, not only will you get 2 months for free, not only will you save a lot of money, but you will actually get 2 of these. You will get 2 of these to use next year. 2 seminar vacations, each 7 days, 6 nights. So if you can't decide which topic of the seminar vacations you like, become an annual member, and then you can get to go to 2. So it's excellent value. And look, I know you guys have been on live streams and webinars before, and they always tell you the price, and then they tell you it's discounted and it's never going to be this low and it's going to go up. I'm just going to tell you. So to become an annual member, it's $29.70, $2,970. You're getting 2 of these seminar vacations, 2 of them. Everything is included for 2 people, 7 days, 6 nights, 2 of them. In other words, you're getting to go on a 7-day, 6-night holiday, everything included, you and a guest, for less than $1,500 to a beachfront resort in Costa Rica. It is incredible value, and you're getting a whole year's worth of access to the Stride platform, all the courses that we're going to be adding. My goal is to add a new course every single week. We're filming, like I said, we filmed 2 courses this previous week. So when you're not here, you've got plenty of training to go through and benefit from at home. But next year, as things begin to open up, you've got 2 incredible holidays to look forward to going to. And it doesn't matter where you're coming from, whether you're flying from Australia or Asia, wherever it is. Uh, it doesn't take that long to get to Costa Rica. And I think you will agree that after 2020, even if it did take you 10 hours to fly here, it's an adventure. I mean, it's better than being stuck at home in quarantine, right? So you'll have two of these to look forward to. Now, the resort that you're going to be staying at, this is the resort. So it's got an incredible outdoor restaurant overlooking the Pacific Ocean. And this resort is the perfect place for these kind of seminar vacations. It's not too big, it's not too small, it's 23 rooms. So the entire resort will be focused to your experience and making sure you have a good time here. The food's going to be incredible. Every day it's going to be different. The rooms are amazing. I'll tell you about those in just a moment. If you want to sit some of the activities out and just relax by the pool and read a book, you can certainly do that. Okay. Um, there's a gym as well. So if you want to work out every day, I'm in the gym each day. You can. You're overlooking the ocean. You get to see some incredible sunsets there. Now the room. So there's four main categories of rooms. The best room, the room that you want to stay in, because it's the biggest, it's the most comfortable, is the oceanfront deluxe king suite. Okay, now this has a king size bed. It's enormous. You walk out onto the balcony another 25 meters, and your toes will touch the beach sand. Now this room in peak season rents out for over $500 per night. There's two things that you need to do if you want this room for you and your guest. I'm going to tell you in just a moment what they are. Every room has an espresso machine. Every room has in-room dining. So the room types, you got private villas, which are very popular with couples. If you're bringing your wife, your husband, girlfriend, boyfriend, you'll like the villas. Queen size bed, they're their own little building, their own little villa, very cozy. So the villas are nice. The suites are a little bit bigger. Now, some of the suites have a king size bed. Some of them have two queen size beds. So if you want to bring a friend that you room with, you've got two queen size beds. If you want to bring a couple kids, your children, you want to bring your whole family, then you would go for one of the luxury suites with two queen size beds. And if we have to bring in additional fold up beds, no problem. We can work with you on that. Now, here's why you need to take action right now. And here's how to guarantee you get the best room, the biggest room. Okay, number one, become an annual member. Preference on room selection will always go to annual members. So if you want the king size beds, the biggest rooms, the best views, the ocean view, that always will go to the annual members. Okay. The other reason why you want to take action right now is, like I said, price. Before 2021, January 2021, the price will be increasing to closer to 5,000. Right now, it is below 3,000. And if you don't believe me on that, come back and check in early 2021, and you will see the price will go up. And from there, I expect it will go up. And the reason why it will go up is it needs to go up. The cost to put on these kind of events, when you take into account all the activities and everything, let's just go through it. I just want to show this to you so you can really see the value, right? So you've got your pickup from the airport, 90 minutes drive each way. There's a couple $100. Let's say you're staying in this room here, the King Suite Deluxe. Now this room in peak season rents out for over $500 a night. You're here for 6 nights. That's over $3,000 on just the room alone. Next, you've got all the meals. Think about the last time you went out to a nice restaurant. Entrees, mains, desserts. For you and a guest, you order a bottle of wine, have a few cocktails. How often do you get the bill and it's over $100 for a nice meal? Pretty often. Now you're here for 7 days, 6 nights, dining in a beachfront resort restaurant overlooking the ocean. Meals alone, you're going to spend several $1,000s on meals alone over those 7 days. Let's just call it less than $1,000 though. You add in all the activities. So you got the zip lining, the ATVs, Manuel Antonio National Park, sunset cruise, yoga on the beach, surfing on the beach, bar tours to Haka. You've got exploring waterfalls. There's a lot of them. Okay, you've got all those activities. You add all that up, and you would easily spend $1,000 on that. And then in addition to that, our camera crew will be here. When you're out there enjoying all these different activities, like you're ziplining in the jungles, for example, the camera crew, their job is to capture those moments, photos, videos, and then at the very end, every single attendee or couple, I should say, every unit is going to get their own travel vlog. It's a short video, professionally edited, professionally filmed of your experience here. And the reason why is because, I mean, how often do you go on holidays and you take all these photos and videos, but you just never get around to take all these photos and videos, but you just never get around to editing it or, choosing the best photos or color correcting them. So I want you to just be able to sit back, focus on the training and just enjoy the experience. So that's why we have someone else taking photos, doing all the videos, and then you just get a professionally edited video at the very end, okay? So if you add all of that up for one seminar vacation, that's over $6,000 in value. You're getting 2 of these for less than $3,000. And in addition to that, you're also getting an entire year's worth of access to the Strive platform. So guys, I mean, it's incredible value. And that's why I'm putting the price up before January 2021 to $5,000. Because even at $5,000, it would still be $2,500 for one of these events, which is still very cheap. So right now you can get 2 of them for less than $3,000. Okay, so it's a really good deal. This is what the prices will eventually be. Now I know you can't see that, but eventually the monthly membership, if you want to go that route, become a monthly member, it'll be just under $800. You'll be getting the credits for the seminar vacations, or if you decide to just go annual from day one, it will be shy of $10,000. That's what it will be eventually. I don't know when, but probably midway through 2021. Right now, it's less than $3,000 for that same program. You get 2 seminar vacations. The good thing is they have flexible dates, so you don't have to know exactly when you want to go or where you want to go. Plus, as an annual member, you have 18 months to decide. So you don't need to decide exactly which one you want to go to. I mean, you've got until early 2022. So you've got a lot of flexibility there. Meanwhile, you'll have a year's worth of access to the online platform. You can log in today and start benefiting today from the training programs. So here's what you need to do. I want you to write this down. striveseminars.com/apply. Remember that word, apply. APPLY, apply. Go to striveseminars.com/apply. What will happen is you're going to see a very short form. Go there right now, pull that up, striveseminars.com/apply, and start filling that out. Put in your name, put in your email, your country code, and your phone number. In about 5 minutes from now, I'm going to wrap this up. I'm then going to go to my Skype and I'm going to start calling. So if your number is on the list, I'm going to call you. And when I call you, I just want to ask you a couple questions. I want to ask you what you like about this and why you might want to get involved. And I want to give you a chance to ask me any questions. If there's anything you want to ask me or you need me to clarify something, I can do that for you. Okay, so we'll have a talk about it. And if you decide to move forwards after our conversation, great. You can get immediate access and you'll get the points immediately. Then you will have 18 months to go to those 2 seminar vacations in Costa Rica or in additional countries in 2022. Okay, so that's how it works. I will also give you a one-on-one annual member, and you can ask me whatever you want. You could ask me about productivity, things like that, things that I'm good at that I can help you with in your own life. Okay, so that's what you want to do. Go to striveseminars.com/apply. 2 minutes from now, I will give you a call. We can have a conversation about this, and I look forward to talking with you. All right, so that's it. So if I didn't get to your question, feel free to send me a private message. I'm on Instagram, I'm on Facebook. So just go ahead and send me a message. I'm going to go and check my messages in just a moment. But that's pretty much it, guys. So I'm going to wrap this up. take action now, and I'm going to go and check my messages in just a moment. But that's pretty much it, guys. So I'm going to wrap this up. Take action now, and so just fill out that form, and I'm going to start giving some calls right now. Okay, thanks very much.